this truck?
Turn the car in circles until the time's done. Out the window like cuss. On the hood of the scraper like.
Lucky's Wheels and Deals. Back at it again with another lit video, you guys. So today, man, we over here at 7-Eleven. I just tried to play the Mega Million, man. I ain't win, I ain't hit, man. I bought a whole bunch of lottery tickets. I didn't win, I ain't hit. So, but anyways, guys, we putting gas up in this car. And remember the bet, remember the bet, remember the bet. It's down there, E. It's a little bit lower than a quarter tank. So I want y'all guys to guess below how much it's gonna take, man. Remember the bet, remember the bet, remember the bet. It's a little game we like to play for those that's new. We want to know who's gonna be the winner and who's gonna guess it first to guess how much gas we didn't put up in this thing, man. So hey, remember the bet, remember the bet. And I want to make it over to the Smittys, but before I go over there, on the way to Smittys, I need to go check on my Monte Carlo. I'm just gonna pop up. We gotta check on Monica. I know a lot of people like, oh, you don't even care about that car. I do care about the car, but I can't. I got so much other stuff going on right now. That car ain't gonna make me no money. It's a personal car. You know, one thing, it's gonna take money to even that car is gonna make me spend money. I'm trying to make money. Y'all want me to spend money. God damn. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? It take money to make money. But yeah, y'all got y'all bets in. Comment below right now. Yeah, y'all need to comment below. Damn, I left my damn glasses. How could I do that? All right, let's see who wins. Who's gonna be the first one to comment the right number? Who's gonna be the first one? And you can go back, watch the video, comment it. If no one commented before, go ahead and comment. Let's see who's gonna win though. Bam! Remember the bet, remember the bet. There you go. $38.11. But anyways, guys, let's hop up in this ride. I need to go get my glasses, and then we're gonna probably head over to Smitty's. But before we do that, I need to go check on Monica. So guys, we got good news and we got bad news. You know, the good news is we're gonna be picking it up tomorrow. They're gonna have a few things to put back up, and the bad news is that, damn, she's still looking sexy though. Fall all the way back in love with her. And the good news is, the good news is I'm picking her up tomorrow. The bad news is that I need to get another harness. So we're gonna order another harness. So that's what we're about to do. But yeah, we got her out here. I'm ready to get her home. I don't know, man. This is a ride, but it's gonna be worth it. Like they was telling me, it's gonna be worth it at the end of the day. Just trial and error. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the harness they told me to go with. I forgot what company it was. What is this? Performance System Engineering. PSI. So this is the harness they told me to go with, the PSI. Y'all comment below, let me know. But like they said, they ain't never had no problems out of their harness or whatever. So he's thinking it's the harness. He could go through the whole wiring or whatever, but yeah, at the end of the day, they charge a certain amount of hourly, and you're better off coming out just buying another harness and letting them just hook that up, and it'll probably take a few hours. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go with that route. But for right now, I'm about to order that part. Take this home. I can see it, I can touch it. Y'all know I got so much money in this car, I at least want to see it, you know what I mean? I want to park it next to my other vehicles. But yeah, man, like I said, if everyone just be sitting here, you can be sitting at my house. But yeah. Then with as far as the tune, well, it's already tuned, but as far as the dyno, dyno tune, we're gonna wait until we get the new computer to it. So, but anyways, guys, let me go ahead. I like this Corvette, the Grand Sport. This thing look clean too. Grand Sport. What they got in there? But hell yeah, man. So yeah, I just want to give y'all a little update, man. I'm about to try to catch with Smitty and them in a minute. Hopefully they ain't. I need to eat something, man. We're gonna pull up, man. Dang, that's crazy. So this is their new spot right here. And that's the old spot. Hold on, I just gotta drive past that old spot one time though. That's crazy. It look just, the crazy thing is it look just like this building. It look just like this building. We're about to go next door. Let's see where we're gonna park. I don't know which door to go into, but hey, we're gonna find out today. I've been trying to get up here. Man, this place is so long, it takes me about, let me see how exactly far this is. This is, let me see. God damn it. I'm trying to figure out. I ain't like about, not super far, but it's like 37 minutes. Take about like 37 minutes. 37-minute drive. But I made it here. Let's go over here and see what they got, man. Like he said, man, every day there's a car show every day over here at Smittys. Let's pull up, bounce out, hop out, and let's see if we can find Curtis around here. What's going on, y'all? So we just goddamn chilling up in here.
This one looks like here when somebody's actually working.
Yeah.
At least one of us works.
All right, one of us.
Workbench.
All right. All right, let's go for a tour. I like that blue right there. I want to check it out.
That's a good looking 72
Yeah.
truck. So, yeah, man, if you want to go to the shop, come to the offices.
Whatever you think.
We'll come to the front.
All right,
We'll just make the whole round. Yeah. So yeah, last time you guys saw this, last time Lucky was out here, the building was basically just a skeleton, no doors, no add-ons or nothing to it. So we finally got moved in November.
There's a hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's just a hole in the wall, literally. So the nice part is now we actually have a nice reception area, waiting area. People come into, TV to watch, full 1960s furniture to sit in. Yeah, Smitty's Classics, it's all classics. 63 chairs, 67 couch. It's all there, man. All there.
On this.
Oh yeah, that couch is
Oh yeah. Oh, it you sink in there, huh?
it just kind of molds to you.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So you sit up here, in the evenings, we'll just kick back and get these little chrome chairs and watch some what do we watch a chip food show today.
Yeah. That's,
one day chips can be.
You said what year are these seats?
63.
63?
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
got a deal for vintage upholstery.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got some here and some at my house.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but so it kind of makes it pretty nice having an area to sit down in.
Seats are actually more comfortable than his new stuff.
They are.
That's crazy.
It is pretty awesome. So let's see the scooters around. So kind of bring it in, show homage to Patriot,
Yeah.
Got Grandpa there on the wall as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the guy got me started with everything we got going on here.
Yeah.
And I'll just kind of show you around through.
That's your dad's dad, right?
That's my mom's dad.
Your mom's dad.
Mom's
Okay,
dad, yeah,
okay.
exactly. So we're broken into several offices now. So if you remember, before we always met in one big room. Now we have, of course, mine's the worst right now.
Yeah.
So we got my offices, my brother's office, Dennis. We got a general manager, Tom, and kind of opened up with some, bathroom facilities now. For it's not just like you're walking into a shop bathroom. We actually have very decent now.
Got 2 bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more modern.
Yeah, pretty cool. And of course the break room area here, break room / conference room.
Yep. He's working. Hardest worker in showbiz.
Break room, this is where we break things.
Yeah. Oh, you got another. Oh, a whole nother chair.
Yeah, we got enough of them, we can get comfortable in here.
Yeah. Yep. This is where I'm gonna be at.
There you go.
My office right here.
Come on.
Yeah.
We'll give you a haircut. Dude.
Okay.
And then, so the nice part about it is we went from 4,500 square foot shop to now we're over 9,000 in this building alone.
Okay.
We went from 11,000 square feet total to over 17,000 square feet now. We used to be spread out, the long walks all over the complex here. Cars were stored 2.5 miles down the road. Everything was within just feet now, which is awesome. We'll kind of walk through the mechanic shop here. Seen a lot of history here this year, actually. About a month ago, I had a true 1969 Yanko in here. Also a 1977 LS6 Chevelle, which was a riot to drive. Then we had a couple Pro Tour 69 Camaros in here, 65 Jaguar XKE. You'll see here in a little bit a 67 Corvette 427, 435 horsepower convertible 4-speed car, kind of the holy grail of Corvettes. So we've seen a lot of really neat historical cars that most people you read about them in magazines, but you never get a chance to drive them.
Yeah.
And so I got a chance to drive the Yanko, the LS6, the Pro Tours, the Corvette once we get the fuel tank back in it.
Yeah.
It sat for about 8 years, and the guy bought it and then received it and didn't like the color, so it sat in his garage. Never drove it. Never drove it. But yeah, we've added some stuff. We got another lift here. I think we had 5 lifts before. We're at 6 in here now. This has been a good lift. We can actually bring our customers in and do some inspections with the customers, get them under the car. A lot of times we have cars that come in. I'll just kind of slide this back a little bit. And they want to know, they'll say, hey, my front end's loose. Yeah. So I can bring them in here. We'll do an inspection up here, call the customer back, and hey, looked at your car. This is what we found. And kind of point out all the things they need to replace.
So this is like the first.
This is the first. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, first inspection lift here. Works out pretty cool. This truck's on its way to Mazatlan, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
kind of Mazatlan. Cool. Where's that at?
Mexico.
Mexico. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right on the I believe the Pacific.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Super cool dude. I think his daughter lives here.
Okay.
And they retired down there, so that's where we're heading down to.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, just talking about this truck, a 72 Chevrolet. This truck is actually being restored for the dude's daughter.
Oh, okay.
This is her graduation present from high school. So not only do we have a cool dad, but we got a cool daughter too.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys paint this?
We actually did not paint this one.
Okay.
This truck was ready for paint when we were in the middle of moving. Yeah. So we actually had an elder next door to us, always painted body. He painted this one for us.
Okay.
We still do our own paint, our own body work, but since we didn't have anything set up, we just gave him this one to do.
Okay, that's fine.
Worked out pretty good. The bed is LMC bed.
It's all about timing too. So
it is.
It's all about timing. Sometimes you gotta just pay someone else to get it.
You do.
Get it right.
Yeah. We prefer to keep everything in-house, but when the schedule comes to the schedule, it's good to have people like always next door we can take stuff to, my upholstery Greg and Guthrie. It's always good to have people you can outsource to in a pinch. So it works out pretty good. So this is getting ready to get wiring harness in it. AC's kind of roughly put in. Me and my brother are kind of taking this project on ourselves.
Okay.
So it'll be looking pretty good. One of the things we do when we're going to paint it, we have the paint put in spray cans, aerosol cans. This is really good for touch-up.
Okay.
So you just shake it up. This is that paint right there. L&M does that for us.
Okay.
So it works out pretty cool on that. So yeah, today I told you about all the cool cars, and now we're a truck shop today.
Yeah.
So I have a 72, 53, no, 49.
Oh, that is. I'm just now realizing that's a truck.
Yeah, that's a 49.
I'm thinking
truck.
that's a
sedan or
one of them sedans.
No, it's a super nice. That's her.
And they used to call the sedans. They was 2-door sedans though, right?
Correct.
They used to call them sedans.
Sedans or coupes.
Yeah, they was just big. Yeah.
And another thing we do that's pretty cool is we actually one of the few shops that still uses a sun scope. What better way to tune on classic cars than use vintage equipment to do so?
Oh man, I never even seen this.
No, that's actually pretty cool. I wish we had a car hooked up.
What year is this?
I think this one was 1973 is when it was. But we can actually use this. We can we can find out if we have a weak spark plug, a weak hole. So if we have a guy saying he's got a constant mist in the car, We can pull up here if we see number 7 plug is, you know, barely firing.
Yeah.
We know where to go checking on that. I can kill cylinders on it, see if we have a dead cylinder. Actually, we have a trick you'll see here in a second. The motor ran really good, and it just dropped a hole. And so I think is number 6 on that one. It was only like 35, 40 pounds of pressure, and everything else was 120. So we went ahead and put a blueprint crate motor in it, but you'll see it. But now this actually turned out to be.
When did you get this? You didn't have this at the other.
We did. No,
You did?
I actually got 5 of these. I have 5 of these.
You bought 5 of them at the same time,
Yeah.
or okay?
Yeah, we did.
Must have found a deal.
And 3 of them will probably be for sale.
Oh, okay.
The main reason they were purchased was because the cabinets are really cool, and we figured if we can just get 1 cabinet and 1 working unit out of the 5,
Yeah.
we would do okay. The cabinets are great for rolling carts and stuff.
Yeah.
But when we got them over here, out of the 5 we purchased, 4 of them worked.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So it's just kind of neat. Came out of a guy did a lot of British cars. A brother found him around Ardmore, I think.
Okay.
But kind of some of the stuff that people don't realize that makes this old stuff neat is, let's go to this car right now. Is documentation. Most people say, I don't know how to I don't know how to fix a carburetor. I don't know the tune specs on a 1949 Chevrolet. I have all that right here now. And you can just see the age of these documents.
Oh, man.
So you're working on let's just call that what was that, a 1955 or 65 Buick? 65 Buick. And it gives you all your firing order, your gaps, everything you need to do a good tune-up on it. So when it comes to classic cars, this kind of stuff is invaluable. A lot of it you can find online, but we find a lot of it is what people have put on from post to rags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's one guy's interpretation. Some of it gets changed.
Yeah.
And we have the documentation that comes with the testing equipment of the day. So
That's
kind of
cool.
ensures a better tune-up on it. I'll let one of the other guys move this. This box is heavy.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, but yeah, this is the truck stop today, it looks like. Another C20 going on here. That's a pretty neat old truck. Dad bought that truck. It's the original one on the truck.
Is it that?
No, another guy's dad bought that truck.
Okay.
There's one on the truck, and the son's inherited it, so we're getting to do a runs and drives. We hadn't ran in about 6 years, I think. Real strong running truck. So, I like hearing noise. It makes it hard to hear me, but that means my guys are working.
Yeah.
So, doing a little frame turn here. So we kind of brought everything down now. You know, all of our tools are kind of in one area. We pull a car roof hood off a car.
Is that for that truck over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all the parts. It's really pretty blue.
Yeah.
This is real pretty blue. I like this a lot. But as we pull the motor out of a car, you know, the worst thing is where do you store the hoods at? You don't want to store them on the ends because if you drop it, you crush them.
Yeah.
So we're able to just kind of open this area up. We can put hoods and stuff in here, shop equipment over there, a general work area for the guys now.
Yeah.
The biggest benefit of being in the new shop is the guys actually have more work area than they used to. I mean, we had 6 techs in the old shop in 5 bays. I still have 6 techs in 12 bays, so each tech has their own bay now, or each tech can have 2 bays. So they're able to do multiple projects at a time. So that makes life pretty easy.
Yeah.
So kind of broken down quite a bit. He's got that going. It's gonna be noisy. So, well, I guess we'll kind of work on through.
Okay.
We'll see how it comes out
yeah.
from there. We've had a lot of followers see the Trans Am. We're doing yet another Pontiac motor.
Pontiac motor.
Out of a 1978 TA. 4-speed car. The husband and wife bought it brand new. And now they want to restore it. So we get to restore it for them. So that's pretty cool.
That look good.
This is Yeah, they look really good that way.
Yeah.
Some more. I think that one's just going to be a 78 TA 4-speed. Didn't do anything crazy to the motor. We kind of have, for people who want to drive their Pontiacs, the TAs, GTOs,
Yeah.
we kind of have one build to do on them. Last year, I was trying to figure out how many Pontiacs we did last year.
The blue motors are the Pontiac motors, huh?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if it's an earlier Pontiac, it's going to have a lot of blue plate to it, metal plate. Oldsmobile is going to have blue also, but it's a different blue. It's a lot darker blue. But it's kind of, I never thought we'd do as many Pontiacs as we did, but we've been doing quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Quite a few Oldsmobiles. I guess there's not any one specific vehicle that we really focus on. We did a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Even last year we took on a Jaguar, an XKE Jag, a little Italian car, Fiat, a little Spider, 74 Spider. Had a couple Opel GTs come in. Even had a couple Volkswagen Bugs. So, you know, we prefer to stay with the American classics, but you know, but it's a classic's a classic, and if it's something we can handle that we're comfortable with, we'll go ahead and work on them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The other day, or 3 weeks ago, I had 3 T-Birds. This is a 55. Yeah, good compression.
Who had this sign first? This kind of reminds me of the Corvette sign.
That's a good question because.
But they was in competition.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, the 55 T-Bird is what Ford built in competition with the Corvettes.
Okay.
Because Corvette 53, they started at 6 cylinders and 53 4, and I think 55 is the first show they had the V8 out.
Oh, okay.
But you're correct. Actually, the Corvettes did have the checkered flags on them.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I never have thought about that.
Yeah.
And if you guys know, chime in. Let me know. You know.
Yeah.
Give Lucky some information.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I know Ford's had the V8s going from 53. So that's a good question.
Yeah.
That'd be a neat one. But we actually had 3. This is 55 T-Bird, or otherwise known as a baby bird.
Baby bird. It's not that same one that was out there, no?
No, we had 3 of these. Exactly the same at the exact same time.
Yeah.
They were work order number like 22725, 22726, and 22735.
I think it had the hard top.
We had a black one that was out here before.
Yeah, I think so. It was sitting out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Out the door.
The teal one. Yeah.
I can't remember what
it was teal. I remember that one now. Since you've been here on that one, we've built another car for that guy.
Oh, okay.
My IROC. That's the motor is with the guy who owns that old T-Bird now.
Okay.
And then I think he's got a 62 Corvette he's been bringing into us before long also.
Oh, okay.
But man, I forgot all about that. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, man.
But no, it's kind of the exact same deal.
And this hood opens this way?
Yeah, they all open forward.
Like the Corvettes.
Yep. And
it's crazy how like the Thunderbirds didn't carry on. You know, they didn't keep up with the Corvette over time.
Yeah.
They became like under Mustang. You know, they kind of they didn't stay on top. They
did. You know, I think that was part of I don't understand why Ford did it, but in 1958, 55, 6, and 7, the T-Birds were small 2-door coupes like this, kind of a roadster sport car type deal.
Yeah.
In 58, they decided to make it a 4-seater.
Oh.
And then that went 58, 59, and 60. And then we went to the Bulletbird 63, 4, 5. Then we went to the Flairbird 64, 5, and 6.
Oh, they did make it more like a cruiser instead of a...
And then in 67, they decided to make it a 4-door. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah.
And then from that time on, we really didn't have a good bird until the Turbo came out in, was it like the late 80s, 86, 87.
Yeah.
The little Turbo coupe.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of died out. But yeah, if Ford would have stayed on this platform,
they could have had another Corvette. Ford Corvette, but I guess they focused on that Ford GT more.
Yeah.
But that thing is expensive.
Yeah,
it's not as popular either. So not for people that don't know. Everyone know what a Corvette is.
Yeah.
But everyone don't know what a Ford GT is.
They don't. So. And those who do, that very seldom had a chance to be around a original one.
Yeah.
And those who want to be around an original one, you're looking at $1.2 million.
Yeah, you look. Yeah, it's some money. Yeah. So.
But no, so the Fords have been. But yeah, if they would have stayed with it, I think they probably would have.
Could have did something.
Done something quite a bit better. You know, they made a little comeback in 02. Oh,
They try to make
203.
one like this, like
Yeah,
a
they went
retro.
back to the
Yeah.
203, Yep. And I'll tell you, that car is a car that I've really been following lately.
Yeah.
I've had 3 of them. I say my dad, Senior Smitty, said 3 of them. And I drive quite often, probably more than he does. But that car is really starting to gain popularity and value pretty quick.
Yeah.
So the 02 to 05 Birds, they're actually coming up pretty good. And I don't think it's going to be anything like the Baby Birds of the 50s.
Yeah.
But I do think it's.
So they
car
copied a lot
around.
of. The whole style came from this.
Correct.
This one, yeah.
Correct. Yeah. To the round headlights, kind of the sloped off back end.
Yeah.
The 2-seater coupe inside. But what makes them nicer is they're dependable. They're powered by it's like a 2.8 liter Jaguar V8.
Oh, okay.
It's 290 horsepower, but they run good. And that's probably one of my modern day cars. The 02 to 05 T-Bird is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
If my TA would have sold at the auction, I was actually going to buy my dad's 02 T-Bird because he doesn't drive it.
Oh, that's
going to be
good,
my
yeah.
daily driver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And but
Well, you still been daily driving that?
every chance you can. Yeah. Now that I got the old C10 or the 1500 out front,
Okay.
I drive it quite a bit more
Okay.
than the TA. But yeah,
What year is that C10?
it's a 1970. No, that's a 1980 model.
80. Okay.
Yeah, and that's a 1-owner truck, and it's crazy clean inside. The truck would have been a really nice truck on the outside, but for some weird reason, and I still have it, some guys, when it was stuck left on the farm, used a pry bar to try to break into it, a crowbar, so they bent the driver's side door all up. And then when they found out they couldn't open the driver's side door, then they broke the wing window to open the truck up. And luckily the neighbors had gone on with scared them off before anything else happened. I bought the truck from the gentleman's daughter who owned it. He had bought it brand new. And whenever I was loading it up to bring it here to get it running, it was ready to be stolen. They already had the linkages unhooked, driveline was undone. They was ready to throw it on a trailer and go.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be a pretty good truck. I bought it to resell. And like anything, if I buy it to resell, I'll drive them and like them. And I just drive it all the time. So that's my daily driver on rainy days and my TA's daily driver on sunny days.
Yeah.
So it works out pretty good.
That's,
But that's come pretty neat. So that's another one there. But yeah, we've been doing quite a bit with these little baby birds lately.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're trying to do things to make life a little easier. Basically to make things move around. I was telling you about the truck that had the dead cylinder. This is the one I was talking about. You can look in there. This is a blueprint engine. This is ready to run. I love ordering these things. When they come to me, they have plugs in them, wires, carburation, everything's on them except for the headers. So in a perfect world, you should be able to set them in there, plug a distributor in, and they're ready to light.
Yeah.
So it goes to the serpentine pulley system on it, the whole works.
Does it come with that, or?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, everything from basically here back is everything that's included on the motor with the exception of the headers.
Okay.
So really for, well, I think it was like $7,500. You can get a really nice ready to run 3-year 36,000 mile warranty on them. I still like
It's
building
a
older
350
ones.
or?
350. It's a 383 actually.
383. Okay.
Yeah, it's 383 aluminum heads, aluminum intake. It's got the Harley 650 on it.
But the carburetor comes separate, right?
No, that's part of the ready to run. Yeah.
Okay.
For another $1,200, you get an EFI system on them, and it comes already programmed and ready to go. All you really have to do at that point, you have to do a little base tuning on it, but nothing major.
Yeah.
But no, these things are pretty awesome. This I think puts down 370 horse or 360 horse.
Oh man.
390 pounds of torque. It'll liven this little 58 Chevy up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a really cool customer since he bought the truck. We've done motor, power steering conversion, air conditioning, transmission. We've done a lot of work on this truck for him. So this should be the
You guys painted this? Or
No, we didn't paint this one. He bought
That
it this
seat
way.
matches this car. That's crazy.
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty
I was like
cool.
seeing that, like looking at this seat.
That is hilarious.
That seat.
Yeah, that matches the hood. There you
That's
go.
crazy.
Chip, did you know that? Your seat matches the truck.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. You know, we like to keep everything coordinated here.
Yeah, coordinate. You gotta coordinate, guys. You gotta coordinate. Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah, this is nice.
No, we didn't.
That's nice though.
Yeah, this is a very nice truck when he got it.
Yeah.
And it's just going to continue to get nicer on it at this point. I think this is the last step we have on it, and he's going to go drive it for a while. Yeah.
Also, is it what, a 4-speed, 3-speed?
No, it's actually a 3-speed or 3-speed automatic.
Oh, automatic.
Yeah, it had one of those little Z-gauge shifters. You've probably seen in some cars. You got a ratchet shift, like click and up and down and all kinds of. He hated that, so we went with this low car shifter. You just push the button on top and everything slides nice and easy.
Oh, okay.
It made driving a whole lot nicer on it. So we're hoping to probably, we don't need any break-in on this. It's already broke in. We're hoping to have it fired up tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the steering wheel, I didn't know how much I'd like these. This is about the third one we put in. They're a 3-piece steering wheel, and they're not cheap, but they got a great feel on the handle. This is all polished aluminum back in the back. For cars where you have like it's hard to get in and out of because the bigger steering wheels with seats too high, they're flat on the bottom, kind of like some of your newer cars are.
Yeah.
It's actually just a really good looking, very well built steering wheel. There's a lot of them you get out there that's just kind of fancy.
Oh yeah, it feels solid. Steering wheel is everything though. That's the whole feel of the car when you need to feel the car.
It's the feel of the car. It's the central focal point of the dash.
Yeah.
You know, you can have this beautiful Dakota digital dash set up. You can throw a steering wheel out of a 1988 GMC truck in there, and then you just took away from it for that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big focal point on the car. I guess you can call it a focal wall.
Yeah.
You walk in the house, this is my focal wall.
Yeah.
So the steering wheel makes a statement.
Yeah.
If you go cheap on the steering wheel, it says you're going cheap on the car.
Yeah.
So kind of the same way, but these being 3-piece, you can custom do the outside of them. He wanted the carbon look on that. The other one we did is kind of like a weaved leather. Another one he did is kind of like a suede. They're pretty cool. We get them, I think, through Jegs.
Oh, okay.
Jegs or AT Summit Racing.
Okay.
There's so many manufacturers out there. It's hard to keep up anymore. Yeah. This is actually. I'll pull the cover off this one. I don't know. Did you ever see my '64 GTO that I had? I think that was probably before you and I.
Yeah.
We had a '64 GTO convertible here that I loved, but since it wasn't mine, it was on the company, I drove it and kept it. And 11 months later, I figured it's probably time to sell it, so I sold the convertible. And the '64 GTO is not my favorite up front, but as you get inside the car and looking out over the dash, it makes a world of difference.
What year you said this was?
1964.
64?
This is before Pontiac actually made a GTO line. Since the Tempest GTO is just a
model
trim kit.
Yeah,
it's a trim kit, yeah. This car is
this is a Le Mans, you said?
It's a Le Mans Tempest GTO, the Le Mans Tempest, but it has GTO badging, which is a trim kit. In '65, then they had the Pontiac GTO.
Oh, okay.
So they made it its own.
Before GTO.
This is before. This is like the early GTO.
Yeah, they did that a lot. They did the Bel Air Impala before the Impala.
Yep. But kind of a neat deal on this. Dad bought it brand new. Son wanted to have the project done for he and Dad to enjoy. You know, Dad's a little bit older. Then son has run into some health concerns and is taking a different turn. And so now Dad and daughter are involved with it. And so we're still trying to take it back. And we just got these bumpers in from Superior Chrome. That's the original bumpers to it.
Yeah.
If we want to maintain the originality of the original bumpers, I mean, you can get bumpers for Chevelles, Mustangs, Camaros. You can buy them online anywhere you want. This customer wanted to keep the original bumpers on it. I sent them the Superior Chrome. They got lifetime warranty.
They're out here?
No, they're in Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, it's about a 4 to 6 week turnaround. I've known Bobby and Janelle for many years down there, and they've done these bumpers. They've done my dad's '49 Chevy. Covenant Edsel that I was working on up in Kansas. We'd done that up there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we just got them back and put them on. So we're actually to the point that Dad and daughter's going to come here tomorrow. Last time they saw it, the car is completely disassembled.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really curious to see how it looks tomorrow. We have some paint. We'll have it all cleaned up. But the cool thing is it's Dad's original car.
Yeah.
And they get to enjoy it. So I don't think we've got the interior done yet. No, we don't. But it's a little 2-speed power glide. We had to redo the wiring harness in it because it was aged out.
Oh yeah.
It's got the full console, so we got a little bit to do on it still yet.
That thing nice.
But no, it's coming along quite well. Just last week we had this 64 GTO. I had a 64 GTO convertible, 4-speed car.
When they come, they all come.
They do. I had a 69 GTO, actually the first GTO motor we rebuilt 3 years ago. He comes up and we do service on his car quite a bit. It was here. Then I had 67 GTO, and then the week before that I turned loose the 70 GTO.
Oh.
So I like to say we were the goat farm that last week.
Yeah.
So, but it'd be a pretty cool car once everything's said and done. So we're looking forward to getting it going for him. Not very often you get to work on the original owners' cars.
Yeah.
And it makes some neat stories on them. The cars, I've said before, the cars are cool. It's the relationships behind the cars that makes it even better.
And the stories.
Yeah. Every car has a story, and everyone has a reason why they want to do it. Original owner for Dad, the Trans Am, he and his wife bought it brand new in '78. This, I think, he wanted to get something. He remember driving on the farm with his granddad, so he bought a '58 Apache. There's something with every vehicle, and some people just like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And they just kind of go on. So we'll walk around. We'll kind of roll through here and, kind of roll into the body shop side of life. We got a General Lee. Yeah, you haven't seen that one. Yeah, this is kind of a special project on this one here.
Who's a Dodge?
It's a 68 Charger.
Oh, Charger. Okay.
It's the General Lee. I guess it's okay to show the top of them these days. I don't know. So people get a little
Oh.
So yeah. This is what I grew up with in the '80s. It's a problem these days with people, but you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, I don't care.
Yeah. But so this guy, he actually has everything on this car as a purpose for the Wounded Warrior project. He's a wounded vet himself. He spent 2 years in the hospital after an accident in Afghanistan. Yeah. And he's recovering and back to normal, and doing very well. But he's kind of wanted to do a tribute or an homage to the Wounded Warriors and what they did for him. So that's kind of the whole purpose of this car.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, every car has a unique story behind it, and I think, I don't know.
And these cars came with this, huh?
Well, no, this is actually a decal kit you can put on them. But a 68 Charger wouldn't have had any of this. This is from Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard from, God, when they started, 1980? 79? Yeah, 76. The Dukes of Hazzard TV show, that's what, kids like me, that's what I grew up. Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider, Fall Guy, Wiley and Coyote. I grew up with all those TV shows.
Yeah, okay.
And so people my age, this is kind of what we grew up with.
Yeah.
So, Knight Rider had a 1982 Trans Am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Kit had a little radio thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So this one, we call it General Disarray or General Chaos. When a car comes to us, this one's been through 3 shops. And there's just some stuff that just wasn't done right. The customer knew needed to be changed. And when it came in, just take a wad of wire and throw it in the ball and throw it in the car, and that's what we had. But now it's all, he's got his LEDs, he's got his, whatever they call the bars or...
Oh, light bars?
On the LEDs. Yeah. So it's coming together, and it'll be ready to go probably within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then he'll be able to start taking it to the Wounded Warrior, Veteran Center and stuff like that, doing quite a bit with it. So that makes it pretty cool.
Yeah.
So kind of has a neat purpose. But now a 68 Charger, this is probably one of the 68 9. That's probably the most popular Chargers. If you watched any of Barrett Jackson or Meekum this year, these are the cars that are pulling the money. If it says Mopar, it says expensive anymore.
This one got it on the gas tank. Oh
yeah, it's got the gas tank cap up there.
That's a cool spot to put it.
Yeah. That's for you think of NASCAR today. You know, this is designed for the NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
They just put their deal up. They fill it right there instead of having like a Corvette or some car Mustangs.
Yeah, I like the ones that come. I like the license plate ones though.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I had mine kick out the other day on the Trans Am.
Oh yeah.
I was filling it up and I was kind of piddling over here and there go clank, and I look out and the gas is shooting all over the place. It kicked out the back. Like, oh crap! I probably dumped about $2 worth of gas, $3 worth of gas on the ground before I caught it. It's like
Man.
Now it's on the way to Coffee and Cars actually.
Nice
weekend.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So this is original vinyl top car.
Yeah.
He's thinking about repainting it and. I asked him if he's going to keep the vinyl top trim on it, and he might. It kind of helps break it up, but for someone that has a vinyl top Charger, they'd probably be needing that because there's not much of them out there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, this is kind of the car that made Dodge great in NASCAR.
Yeah.
This is the Super Daytona, Dodge Daytona, the Plymouth Superbird. They were in the 426.
Which one you think is more popular, Chargers or Challengers back in them days?
Oh man.
Chargers, huh?
I'm a Charger fan.
Yeah.
I like the Challengers, the E-bodies. I like the Coke bottle look of the Charger. To me, this looks more robust and more muscular, whereas the Challenger looks
They used
more...
to put these in a lot of movies.
Correct, yeah.
Like lifting up and along with the Chevelles.
Yeah.
These in the Chevelles, they use this car and the Chevelles a lot.
The most popular movie cars.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen used them in Bullet.
Yeah.
Of course, Fast and Furious, if anyone follows that, they use the 69 Charger in every single Fast and Furious out there.
Yeah.
Then trying to think, Dukes of Hazzard, obviously, the early and the late. Robert Hipke, the original producer of Gone in 60 Seconds, they had him in his shows.
Yeah.
But they're a very iconic car.
Yeah.
So if you have whether it's an E-body Mopar, the Challenger Cuda, or the B-body, the Charger, Super B, Roadrunner, they're all very iconic these days.
Yeah.
So the very first...
this the E-body?
This is a B.
B-body.
Is what this is, yeah.
Okay.
Which, ironically, this has a 440 in it. You have the Dodge Dart, which is a much smaller body car, and the Dodge Dart has more room under the hood for the 440 than the big car does.
Oh.
It's crazy. So much more room on the Darts, you can put them in there, and that's a pretty wild car when you do that.
Yeah.
So you got a car that weighs 2,800 pounds with the big 440 up front. They're pretty awesome. So do some cool stuff with them, but yeah, they're just kind of neat old cars.
Yeah.
So the very first car me and my wife built together when we got married was a 66 Charger.
Oh.
So it'd be the first generation of Charger, but the back, basically the fastback come all the way down, and the glass.
Also, this is not a fastback one, huh?
No, it's just a regular coupe.
Okay.
So I have a picture of a 66 on the wall, but
back go like
yeah,
that.
it just kind of comes back. It's got 4 bucket seats in it. Kind of unique. They didn't
Kind of
make
remind you
one.
like the Impala SS is like the, what is that, the
68,
68 fastback.
Yeah, kind of the
Okay.
same concept.
Yeah.
A lot of people mistake the Charger for the Marlin back in this day, the AMC Marlin, which is kind of another iconic car, but what do you do with them when you find them?
Yeah.
But they're pretty cool. But yeah, the Charger's been cool. I used to always be a Mopar guy. It's pretty funny. I've always been a Mopar guy and a Ford guy, and my brother's always been more of a Chevrolet guy.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 Chevrolets, my Trans Am and my truck. My brother he still has, had 3 Fords. Now he has his Ford truck and his Mustang Mach 70 Mach 1.
Man,
So we switched. Don't know what's going on there, but I'm still a fan of these. They're getting harder to come by. People who have them hold on to them for good reason. They're a good investment car.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll kind of move on over. Emma took it away. Let me see if it's over here.
All right.
It's gone.
What was
the
it?
guys that got into my old building E that used to go down to, some of the guys have turned that into a remote control car track. So at lunchtime they take the remote control cars down there and they start doing drifting and stuff.
Oh man,
it's I don't know how long we'll keep it that way, but they're having fun with it.
what's wrong with that?
That's 49 Chevy.
Oh, real bullet holes? Look, man.
I know the guys in the shop want to build it and run it like that. That'd be pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, don't even put glass in it. Just run it on, you know, whatever day you want.
I wonder, did someone shoot that?
Yeah, it came
Like
out.
that,
It's
or was
probably
it really
target
in-
practice
oh,
on the
target,
farm.
okay.
Yeah. We can make a great story like it was involved in some real high end,
Yeah, I was looking
high
at
heist,
some
bank
Bonnie and
robbery.
Clyde. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde type.
Yeah, but no, it's most likely probably just old target practice, which
okay.
it would be fun to put together and do something with, but I'd had to have a lot of spare time. This is one we bought for parts for my dad's car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that door may open. I think they're stuck. There it goes. Those windows are already shot. But you know, people look at this and they say, "Man, this is just a. What do you do with this kind of car?" Well, you've seen my dad's, and there are certain parts we were missing on his car. I have this piece of trim right here on this side, but I don't have that piece on the other side. This car has it on there. All these chrome strips on the bottom of the garnish moldings.
Yeah.
None of those is on his car because his car was just a baser, and we converted it to a deluxe, so he had all the chrome to it. So stuff like that. The dash, actually, this little bar right here.
Yeah.
I think I just paid to replace that in Dad's car. I paid like $150 for a good one.
Man.
So there's a lot of good parts left on this.
How did you say you paid for this?
$750.
750. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And the steering wheel, that's a very restorable steering wheel. That's a deluxe steering wheel.
He was asking what, $1,000 for it?
That's from 1,000, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go to buy a car, you know, I try not to insult the people, but you know, I try to be fair with a price.
Yeah.
And you know, if we can come to an agreement, then that's awesome. This particular deal, I just kind of told him what my intentions were, and he says, "Man, for your dad?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "All right, we'll do it." So worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway. But for the most part, it looks bad. But if I was to media blast this car down, it really wouldn't be too bad. The floors are shot, obviously. But things I need.
How can you replace? You could order those.
You can order complete floors for these, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And what we do, we just cut the whole section out and replace the whole section. Yeah. Some things that this car has that we're missing on Dad's car, and a lot of it's not because it didn't have it. Mom and Dad got engaged in a car like this in 1958.
Yeah.
So I guess it's been 14 years ago now. I found one at Wichita Swap Meet, so I bought it and brought it home for me and my dad to kind of do some work on. So in the process, it's moved from Shawnee to Kansas to Edmond to, you know, multiple times in the shop. And we've lost some pieces to it, like not this piece we have, but there's a little cap right there on the hump. Stuff like that we've lost. We don't know where they're at. They could have been cut up and used for sheet metal for something else, but this one has that kind of stuff. So the time I'm going to save using those little bitty things on this is worth so much getting Dad's finished. So it won't be too bad on that.
Yeah.
But like I said, the trunk latch assembly is a 49 only, and I got really lucky to find this as a 49 because in 50 they went to a complete latch. In 49 you turn the key, and the key is what unlocks everything, and you just lift it up. And they don't have, no one reproduces it, no one remakes it, no one repops it, and all the ones I found on eBay are pretty expensive. So anyway, so I got it all taken care of now.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are neat old cars. I almost hate seeing it sitting out here, but I'm glad it's able to move on and help Dad with some stuff on his.
Yeah.
And be kind of cool.
Can't save them all.
Can't save them all.
I know you want to save all of them.
I would like to. I'd like to. But no, that would be a fun one to make a cool little rat right out of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Having fun with that.
Yeah.
But
Can I interrupt you a minute?
Yeah.
Hey, the 302.
Yes.
The Mustang. He's here to take the engine. We got a blueprint engine. We got a EFI system. With blueprint.
Hey, it was target price. Oh, this one out.
The blueprint does not come with EFI.
That thing came out the other side.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. Okay, that's actually putting, he's doing portable disc brakes and stuff. I was working on that today also.
Mm-hmm.
The portable disc brakes are on the revisions. The kit is. Actually, those Cadillacs down there, that's what that guy likes to work on.
Oh, he likes to work on
And that's fine with me because I think they're cool cars, but man, they're a nightmare to work on.
Oh,
Cadillac electricals, yeah, we'll go right in the body shop if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Cadillac electricals, vacuum systems. Man, they're a pain to work on. Oh my gosh, they're a pain. So this is the new body shop. Definitely a whole lot more space than we had before.
Yeah.
We have a mixing bank we're using now. I don't know how much longer we're going to have it. For no more than we use it, I can have Lance mix me paint.
Okay.
But it is nice to have it. We've had several spot repairs recently. Someone can take a rock chip or something.
Yeah.
We can come in. We got a camera. We can match it up. And so far, we've been about 100% on a good match.
Yeah.
So it's worked out really good. So trying to move, we're going through. The guys have so much more space in here to work.
Yeah.
The paint booth used to be an E or I. We moved it down here to see how it's going to work. If it continues working like it has been so far, this temporary booth will be out of here, and then we'll have a permanent booth in here. But out of all the cars we've painted in the last 5.5 years, this is the 4th temporary booth or portable booth we've owned.
Okay.
And everything's been painted in those portable booths.
Oh, man.
They actually do quite well.
I never even seen those.
Yeah.
So that's a painting booth.
It's a paint booth, yeah. You air it up. It's like a bounce house.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you just air it up, blow it all up. And,
Is it, what it got? It got? Does it have solid stuff to hold it up, or is it all?
well, we'll mark on the other side. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
They're kind of cool how they're set up. Before we get over there, this is. I actually put a post out recently. Usually, whenever you send a vehicle to media blasting, it always comes back a lot worse than you was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the case in the truck. We sent this to media blasting, and we was expecting it to be just rusted out.
Okay.
It had a lot of Bondo on it, which is usually a sign that there's just a lot of rust. We got it back from media blasting, and you can kind of see the body here on this truck. It's really solid.
Yeah.
It's a unibody truck. They don't make many of them. The customer here, that was a push that was basically a step stool. We're going to have exhaust coming out of there.
All right.
Yeah, well, just so we're going to have a cutout for open headers.
Yeah.
So open headers will come right out to the side. We'll have quad exhaust going out the back. This has got a 600 plus horsepower.
Also, it's going to have that Swift flare.
Yeah, the dumps, So the main area of the rust is on the force, and that's not even near what I was expecting on this.
Right
I
here
was
in the
expecting
front.
a lot more, yeah. But so very seldom do they ever come out.
You
this
cut
nice.
that out, or you?
We'll cut it out. We'll cut it out and replace it. This is done over there. They always do good work for us over there.
Yeah.
So, but definitely glad to see it not as rusty as it was. All the rust repairs done on the 442. All the seat metals done on the Chevelle. It's noisy. And this Chevelle's about ready to get all its body work started on it as well. Yeah. So I'll show you the front. So we have it collapsed right now. Otherwise, when you blow it up, it looks like a giant bounce house. We built a skeleton with PVC.
Okay.
And so whenever we let the air out of it, we can actually, the PVC supports the weight of the dill, And we can do parts in here, we can do completes in here. We have a 68 RT.
Yeah.
We did
so y'all
here
paint the whole car in there?
Yeah, whole car in there. When the air's up, this thing's like, I think 23 feet long, 13 and a half feet wide.
So it's not even aired up?
No, it's not even aired up. No, it's just hanging. We have all the air out of it.
Okay.
It just, everything collapsed on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we was able to run the lighting in there. So they work really good for what they are. If I had a production shop, like an insurance shop where I do painting every day, definitely not the deal. But when we're doing restorations, we may be doing a complete paint job every 2 to 3 weeks, or one a month. It works out great.
Yeah, you're not painting every day.
Yeah, so it works out good. We do want to have a permanent booth before long, but like anything, there's a waiting list to get them.
Yeah.
And, so we just haven't quite decided what we want to do yet.
Oh, okay.
So we're actually got 3 good guys over in the body shop right now. One guy came to us with 46 years experience in paint and body, and he's been phenomenal. Been really, really, really good. And the younger guys we've had over here are pretty knowledgeable, but they've been able to feed a lot off of what our newest guy Dan's been able to teach them. So that's been pretty awesome.
That's
so
good.
yeah, this car's clicking around pretty good. And this is basically exhaust. So the booth pressurizes. We got fans on the end of this. It sucks the air fumes out and we send outside. And it's all filtered inside here. So all we're sending out is fumes. We're not sending out chemical. So anyway, yeah, this is another. This is the show and tell room, the car showroom. Let me go ahead and light this.
Woo! I see one.
It's kind of like walking into the wax museum where they have everything covered.
Oh yeah.
Let me hit the light here real fast.
What these cars doing here?
These are all cars we're waiting on.
Okay. Oh, that's your son's car.
That's my son's car, yeah. That's a Supra.
His little Supra.
Yeah, he's actually pretty excited about it. We're going to get started on some welding tonight with it.
So he's been coming up here working on it?
He does when he can. He's a very busy school-age kid.
Oh, okay.
You know, one thing I can say about my kids, they don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And but we're gonna come up tonight. He's bought. And the cool thing is he's everything for the car he's bought himself.
That's good.
I sold the IROC to kind of help him with some stuff on it.
Yeah.
And actually saying, do I miss the IROC? In a way, I do. But knowing that I sold it so that he can move forward on his personal project, it makes it well worth it.
Yeah.
I think he took the money out of that. He's got a complete set of coilover suspension he's putting on it, all adjustable.
Yeah.
This is some of the body parts he's putting on in a little duck bill. He bought all his own body kit for it.
He's been watching a lot of videos, huh?
He's been watching a lot of videos. So
how he wants to.
Yeah. He follows. It's kind of funny. We're around so many cars and so many people. We go to these. He likes the drift events and stuff like that. And he'll meet these guys that are actually. He's met some pretty famous drift guys. I guess they are. I don't follow drifting that much. But he just kind of goes up to him and talks to him like you and I are talking. He doesn't get starstruck or nothing. He's just like, oh, so you got the ... I know you did it. I'm like, how do you figure that stuff out, dude? And before he knows it, he leaves there and they're best buds. It's kind of cool. Yeah. That's cool. But I told him if he ever drifts this one, I'll kick his butt. However, we will track it at Howlett. I'll put it on the road course with him. Yeah. You know, Dad's got to show him how to drive.
Yeah. You got to. Yeah. You got to.
But when it's all said and done, it'll have a little 300 horsepower, one JZ in it.
One JZ. Okay.
With this is everything, and everything he's doing on it, he is completely researched.
One JZ that's not a factory to this.
No. The 7GE or whatever MG. I don't know what they're all called. Yeah. But we still have that motor and transmission in the old building E, and he wants to sell it. He's learning the art of the deal. Yeah. You want to upgrade something, you can sell your old stuff to help pay for the new stuff. Yeah. And he's kind of learning that. Last summer he had an idea how he wanted to put everything together. He was wanting to do the wide body kit on the back, and he actually ordered fenders for the wide body kit for the fenders. Okay. Worked all summer long, saved his own money, got his own checking account, and went and he bought them. Yeah. And did everything on his own with it. And like I said, I help him out. It's not like he's on his own with it. Yeah. Then he got all the parts here, and he says, I don't like the fenders, and I don't like the wide bodies up top, but I do like how it looks to do the lower wide section, and I guess they call them the side spats or whatever, and the duck bill on the deck.
Oh, the side skirts. Yeah.
And he says, I do like how those look. So he's going to sell the fenders he got. He's going to sell the wide bodies for the back. And he's thinking smart. He's like, I can put them on there, but if I put them on there, then I'll spend another $5,000 to $6,000 for custom tires and wheels, and I don't want to do that. I just want to drive it. Yeah. So, but anyways, it'd be cool. The dash is the hardest part. If any of your viewers out there know of any, Mark III Supras, parts cars with a good dash, reach out to Lucky. Get Lucky get a hold of me. We're looking for one. Okay. They're kind of hard to come by because they all look like that. Yeah. So, yeah. They're. I came across one last week, and I was about one message too late to get it.
Oh, man. Dang, that thing tore up.
Yeah.
You can't even wrap it. Or...
No, and I thought about basically just one of the pro drift teams here in Oklahoma City, my son's got to know them really well, and they said that they would actually do a carbon dash for him for this. Oh. And it would probably be about I'd probably come out money ahead, to be honest with you. if I was to go ahead and pull this one out. So I'm thinking about maybe going that route. It's going to be around 22.
They'll turn this in, they'll fix this one up?
No, we'll just build a custom carbon dash for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be its own design.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember the name of the drift team here, but they're Oklahoma City based.
Okay.
I guess Oklahoma, I didn't realize it, but we got like 6 national teams or professional drift teams
I
here.
didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I didn't find where they at.
Yeah, they're cool, neat to watch, and I mean they got these little cars putting down stupid power. It just blows me away.
Man.
And you know, my boy's got to know him. When he goes to drift events, he gets to ride with them and stuff like that. So
Where they have the drift events at?
they have them at Hallett Raceway. They'll have them at a place called Cam's Acres out by Colgate, Oklahoma. There's a place on
How far is that from here?
Cam's Acres is probably 2.5 hours.
2.5,
Colgate,
okay.
Southeast Oklahoma, or the gateway to Southeast Oklahoma. The closest one here is going to be Motorsports in Norman. The Motorsports Park in Norman.
Yeah.
They do a drift event out there. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's small enough that everything's tight, and it's big enough that they can actually get some good speeds. And there's it's an old go-kart track on MacArthur and 15th, kind of over there by the Riverside Auto Salvage.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a Custom Driveline company is there.
Okay.
And it's right behind the Custom Driveline company. They make drive shafts and things like that. They do drift events out there.
Okay.
So they do quite a bit, and I think they were using the Sheriff testing ground for a while, parking lots. It's entertainment for me. The younger kids, they know all about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm a V8. You know, give me a V8. You know,
go straight down and go straight.
Yeah, and go straight and hit the turns.
Yeah.
I'm a road course.
Or
junkie.
burn rubber or something. Yeah.
I'm a road course, but yeah, all these cars are cars that are either waiting to get in or waiting on parts.
That's a nice Fox body.
That is, yeah. We picked that one up. We don't own it. When we was at the auction, Maple Brothers last week or 2 weeks ago, one of the owners had asked us if we'd be interested in painting that for him, and he just asked me to
How
bring it
often
back.
do they have the auctions?
They had one in March. I think the next one's coming up, maybe July, and maybe another one in November.
Okay.
I think they go. So Oklahoma City,
they had pretty
Dallas.
good deals out there.
They had really good deals out there. If somebody was looking for a car that a nice car they can get into, you know, like most auctions, most everything has reserved, but there's some really good deals made out there. They do a really good auction. It's Maple Brothers Auction. They're out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, is where they're based out of. They really put a lot of emphasis as far as marketing. And when you walk in, it's not just like you're going to a little Oklahoma auction to where, you know, they got a stage and things up there. There's several auction companies in Oklahoma that do a lot of good work.
Yeah.
OK Classics is another one. I don't know if you made that one out at Shawnee.
No, I haven't.
That's another good one. They do a great job. Maple Brothers does a great job. And they just really make it look very professional. This year at Maple Brothers, they had the movie cars from Ford versus Ferrari. They had the GT40, they had one of the Corvettes, they had the Porsche Speedster, they had another one of the Corvettes. So they had like 5 or 6 cars there that were actually documented movie cars from that movie. Apparently, a guy in Oklahoma City collects those. I didn't know that. Things you learn when you're in the car industry. Yeah. And then they had another vehicle there from Hobbs versus Shaw, which that was actually pretty comical. It was a Range Rover. And you know, they always put like what looks like bulletproof glass in the back and this and that. Well, they ran it through the auction. It was an actual movie car, certified. Well, the back glass was like a siding you buy in a house. They painted black, and it was duct taped with carbon or black duct tape to the body. And then the little port windows out the side they shoot guns out of. Yeah. They were just like little plastic caps taped up. It was really interesting, but it was pretty funny. And if someone wound up buying it, they got it for a song and a dance. It's a car they'll have a lot of fun with. Yeah. But when you look at how hokey it is in real life and how good they make it look on the screen, and there's a lot of green room magic there. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But it is pretty crazy. You're asking about what do we have that's unique here? I have a one owner 72 Mach 1. Right there. Oh, Mach 1.
That's a nice color right there.
40-something thousand miles, one owner car.
How we get closer to this one?
Yeah, you kind of work
Yeah,
we've
this
seen,
one.
we've seen this one here before. He just
This
brought
one?
in for oil change. 70 mile 442
Oh yeah.
Jeep Scrambler.
Oh, this is a pace car?
That's a Fisher pace car. Apparently, this was rated.
I don't
to,
think I've seen this one.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Yeah, this was rated to England. Actually, it's the only official pace car to ever make it overseas. What
Oh yeah. Oh, to
documentation. Yeah.
oh, to England. Oh yeah.
So it's kind of a cool deal.
Like,
That's
this is not the original color, is it?
yeah, that is.
Really?
They ordered it this way. Yeah, it's kind of
What?
the customer owned.
I see this.
He and his wife wanted it. Yeah, it's green
Whoa.
or yellow or whatever you want
Like,
to call it. That's pretty crazy.
Neon
It's
green, like
and Dodge thought they were cool with the neon and
this is a
1994.
Ford color. Whoa, that color is nice. That color is nice.
But yeah, he and his wife bought it brand new. 40-something thousand miles on it. A nice green interior.
Yeah.
And that's the same green interior we had on our 71 Mach 1 that we had.
That thing is nice.
But when talking to him, he said when they
The
ordered
Mach 1's worth more money than the fastback Mustang?
it depends. This one probably not necessarily the case. It's a Mach 1 in decals, basically, and bumpers. The Mach 1, what separates the Mach 1 is the decal kit and the front bumper right here.
Oh, okay.
They put the polyurethane bumper on the Mach 1s.
Oh,
Is what
okay.
they put on them. They don't reproduce them, so if you have
Oh,
one,
this is metal? Or
no,
no?
they're polyurethane,
Oh.
rubber. But he ordered this one with the, it's basically a plain Jane Mustang with a Mach 1 trim package on it.
Oh, okay.
It's a 302 two-barrel car. It runs good. We basically just went through, it had the original suspension, original everything on it actually, and we just went through and brakes for suspension, rear end, springs, kind of brought it up so they could drive it. They drive it once a month or so, something like that. But he ordered the 302 two-barrel. He wishes he would have got the 351, and looking back, he wishes he would have got the what they call the NASA hood with the ram air option on it. Kind of like what's on the one that we sent out that you saw earlier. But it's kind of neat that
This color is nice. I didn't know they made colors like this. I always thought they made like more plainer color back then.
Just simple. But no, that's kind of unique.
Because they're starting to do that now, like
Yeah.
bringing brighter colors and
Yep.
play with the colors now.
Yeah.
Instead of the simple, what was that, the little crayon box where they only had like 5 colors?
That's right. Yeah. You just have
couple
one, 2 or
colors.
3 choices you can get.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You can get
Dark
flip-flops.
green, get dark green, red, bright red, dark blue.
What is it? Nissan of the Juke? Is it Nissan? You can order a silver Juke with red accents all over it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird. You can order all that. But
Yeah.
now I'm glad to see they're doing something. Cars are getting so boring for a
Yeah.
while. The newer stuff.
I think about them going all electric.
I'm not a fan.
You know, I heard that they're gonna get in overseas, like in the UK. Think what they said. They're getting rid of all the older cars.
Yeah.
Or you have to have 2007 and newer.
Then
You heard something like that?
I have a friend of mine that lives in UK that actually still imports a lot of stuff from here to there on classic cars.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to talk to him on that.
Yeah.
I know in Australia, it's very difficult to have a classic imported in. I have another friend of mine in Perth, Australia, and he had a 68 Shelby, true Shelby Mustang. He bought about 4 years ago, delivered to Australia. When it got to the port, they completely dismantled this car because they didn't want any asbestos or anything in it. So
Yeah.
they completely disassemble the car, and they don't do it kindly. And so he wound up having to completely rebuild the car. I know they're trying to push the classic car industry out. Why, I don't know. I mean, there's billions of dollars are still being made in aftermarket and reproduction stuff for the classic cars.
Yeah.
I think the electric technology is cool, but I don't see how it's going to sustain. If you went to Dallas Auto Auction and you had to take your electric Ford truck down there to load a car up and bring it back, well, with no load on it at all, which means you're not running AC or anything, you have, 400 miles maybe to the charge?
Yeah.
Where you throw your AC on there, you throw your radio on there, you throw your towing a trailer on there, and you throw all these other things on there. That 400 miles may go to like 260. Well, now you're having to recharge when here in Dallas.
Yeah.
You know, or you're trying to get home basically.
It's gonna make everything slower.
Yeah. So I think the technology is cool. There's a couple guys at Hallett that run during the go-kart series. They actually have all electric powered go-karts, and they're fast. Man, are they fast.
That's cool for like racing
Yeah.
and you know doing stuff. But for like you said, delivering,
Yeah.
you gotta.
If you're a commuter, you know, if you work downtown Oklahoma City, and it's awesome. But you know, if you're someone who is an enthusiast who travels, I don't quite see.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's going to be perfected. But you know, it's interesting. I have a '65. This is a '66 here. I have a '65 Mustang Shell. I'm looking at maybe trying to. I don't know if I'll ever do it or not.
A 65 Mustang.
That's '66 Mustang. But I have a '65 Shell that I'm looking at buying. That I may try to do a little Mach-E Ford conversion just to see what it would do and how hard it would be to do it.
Yeah.
Several of the large builders or big builders are already doing electric
you
cars.
said make a Mark 1 out of.
They'll make a Mach-E, the electric Mach-E, the Ford Mach-E.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can buy the Mach-E motor for $2,800, something like that. And you got to buy the battery pack and the charger and the operating system.
Oh, so you want to make a electric?
I think it would be interesting just to see what it would do.
Yeah.
It's a '65 Mustang 6-cylinder shell that doesn't have any provenance to it whatsoever. So it'd be a good car to just to experiment on.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, some of the larger the big builders out west are kind of already going that direction. I don't know what car collectors are dealing with in California right now. You know, they can't have loud exhaust. They can't have this. They can't have that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But still, a lot of money goes out to California. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
It'll definitely change. My kids will probably benefit it. My kids' may be a different story. You know, before we had little Jetson cars, we'll all be flying around before.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy. As far as historical cars, this is probably one of the more historical ones. This is a '67 427 Corvette.
Oh man. 427.
Last year, the C2 body style.
This is a C2?
C2, last year. Which is interesting. The drivetrain on this.
And then they also have the one with the split. That's only 1 year.
The split window 63, yep.
63. And this is a what?
67.
67, okay.
Yeah. So this is pretty much, it's a 427, 435 horsepower, 3-deuce or 6-pack, tri-power is what they call it. Really nice original car. And this is just really nice original. When I said earlier we get to work on automotive history, we really get to work on some really neat historical automobiles. This, in the case, is one of them. It's just, 435 horse. They said it's around 450, somewhere in there, 500 pounds of torque. But this is you can smell the bad gas in it. This is a very good example of basically it's just a time capsule. I don't know how. Well, I talked to the owner. He presumes it's original car, mileage and everything. Looking at the pedals and all that, I would probably be willing to agree that it is. I don't see any signs of repaint or anything like that on it. So it's been pretty awesome. But
this is not this chrome stuff is not factory.
No, that's all factory.
They came with chrome?
This car is unmolested, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the carburation setup on it. There you go.
Oh man, 3 carburetor.
Yeah, it's a tri-power 3-deuce setup is what it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So this guy, we worked on. Oh, that's Al's car. That's the CUDA head now. Does that's right E-bodies? We had the B-body Charger.
Yeah.
That's the E-body right there. E-body. Yeah. We got it. Turn it up.
Oh man. Damn, dude. Sound good.
That sounds good.
That sounds real
We have
good.
dumps on that car.
You said that's his?
No, that's a customer.
Oh, customer. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he's probably my longest running customer.
Oh,
Al.
okay. Oh.
People know him as Big Al.
Oh, Big Al.
If anyone goes to car shows, they know who Big Al is.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I'm
he
a
is
fan of
probably my-
these.
Yeah, this is actually.
Is the Z28 worth more than the SS?
If it's a true Z28, yes.
Yeah, okay.
This is basically a Pro Toured or modified Z28.
Okay.
I think last time he was here, this car was silver and was not assembled yet.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have the stripes or anything on it yet. But it is actually together, and all it is waiting on is for me to have a good day that I can take it out and drive it and
Yeah.
give it his final mechanical check down,
Man.
and then have the customer come in, do his final inspection on it. Have the customer come in, do his final inspection on it, and then we'll be ready to deliver it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and his is asking about the green Nova earlier.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
here it is. It's dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What more
last-
you guys got to do with this one?
We got to put the glass in.
I got both of them next to each other. So the Camaro is smaller than the Nova, right?
Yeah, the wheelbase are about the same wheelbase wise. Yeah, this is the father son car.
Okay.
Dad's car, son's car.
Okay.
Yeah. But so this one, we still need to put the trim in it, the glass in it. You can take a look at the interior. Greg's custom upholstery did the interior out of Guthrie for us.
Oh, okay.
We got a
That's
nice,
not-
we
yeah.
got a steering wheel to put in it. It's all modern seats and everything.
Oh,
in
you
it.
got the Camaro console.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, it come out really good.
Was these the Camaro seats or those just?
Those are the Camaro also,
Those
yeah.
are-
They
okay.
were cut down. Some things Greg did that's kind of cool on this. Door's sticking to me. Got to do this way. You can look at the stitching. I think you might want to come this way so you can get a look at it. Just watch that Camaro there.
This is the one with the electric.
This is all the electric stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen this car quite a bit. Yeah, you can jump in.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh, I got the suede headliner. Oh man.
that could be Lucky's new wheels.
Yeah. Hey, nice.
So it's SS stripes on this have a lot of green pearl in it. So you can't really see it, but when it hits the sunlight outside,
Oh, I
these
see
will turn
it.
green.
I see it.
Yeah. When it hits the sunlight, they'll just go full green on you. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome, actually. Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, I'm always very curious to see which one was smaller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, which one is smaller? I always thought the Nova was smaller. I know it's smaller than the Chevelle.
Yeah. You know what surprised me is the IROCs look like they're really long cars.
Yeah.
It's shorter than my 77. Yeah. Not that they got that long nose line. They look like a real long car. And it's actually definitely shorter than my dad's 02 T-Bird.
Yeah, this Camaro feel
It's a nice car.
it feel way smaller.
Yeah, the
Now
inside
sitting in that one, yeah, it's way smaller. That's what I was talking about, the inside
Gotcha.
too.
Yeah.
It's way smaller. The back seats, yeah. Hey, the back seats always been small in Camaros.
Oh yeah. There's not a whole lot of room back there. If you don't like your fringe, let them ride in the back seat.
Man, that's crazy how small this is. That's crazy. Yeah. It's pretty small.
Yeah. You know, they're yeah, it kind of depends on what mood I'm in as far as what I want to drive.
Yeah.
I like a zippy car. I like a track type car.
Yeah.
One that, you know, it turns and stuff really well. We'll go show this Corvette back there.
Oh yeah.
But some days I just want to cruise or just drive.
Yeah.
Something like that Mustang would be perfect for that, or even these little single toes.
Yeah.
try to keep pretty much everything covered.
Yeah.
A couple of reasons on that. One, when you got plastic over, it's kind of distortion, so people don't see a lot of what it is.
Yeah.
And it protects the material. You can take a look at the top of this if you want. Like I said, it's all 1967, all original.
So that's wrong.
There's nothing about this car that tells me that it wouldn't be an original car.
This one seems like it got. Well,
you got a ton of room in these things.
Yeah, it got more room. It got more room than the Camaro.
They do. The C2 has become one of my favorite cars to drive. C2 Corvette.
Man, that's cool.
Wood grain steering wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, these are way much bigger. Well, it's kind of like that with the newer Corvettes and versus the Camaros.
Have you been to the No Way yet? The C8? Have you driven one yet?
I haven't driven one. I've been in one though, but I haven't driven it.
Yeah, I drove one. Well, the same guy owns the Camaro has a C8.
It seemed more smaller from the C. I think the C7 feels bigger than the C.
I think so. I think because the C7 is so open in the back.
Yeah.
The C8, once you get in the cockpit, though, it's really spacious.
Oh, okay.
Other than you got that big console here in the middle. That
It kind of.
Yeah. The C3s are probably, that'd be what, 68 to 82, are probably the tightest filling Corvettes.
The C.
The Stingray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's the
C3.
C3, yeah.
They're probably the tightest.
Oh, cause they got that whole little big step when you gotta go in. It's like
And then you got the C484, which you kind of go way inside that tub.
Yeah.
Which is kind
of. You gotta kind of go in.
Yeah, that's another one. If the TA ever sells, if I just want to, throw 10, 12 grand off on a car, I'll just buy a C4 Corvette. Yeah. And I'll turn it into a track car, take it to Howlett.
And I was thinking about looking for one because they used to be able to find them cheaper. I think they're going up in price too.
They are.
I'm like, man, those things used to find a clean one for $3 grand, like the top.
Yeah, well, the 74 to 76 are probably the worst years Corvette owned. Yeah. There's just no value to them. They came to a point where they bottomed out at like 3,500 also. Yeah. Well, now those things are in the 5 digits.
You said like the 73?
74 to 76 is kind of the worst years. Yeah. And but they're starting to climb in value, and so the C4s naturally. I remember you can buy a really nice one for under 10 grand. Yeah. Now a nice one's gonna cost you 12, 13. But still, for what you get horsepower, bang for the buck, it's still not a bad buy. Yeah. But I like 3,000 better. Yeah. I like 3,000 much better.
A lot better.
I'm trying to think.
Damn, did we bring everyone to come start working over here now?
Do what?
I said, did we bring everyone to start working over here now? It was dark in here, and then the other guy took that car, and now they over here working?
Yeah, I think they're getting ready to take the Trans Am out, it looks like.
This was the dark place. Nobody... we need to cover that Nova also.
Oh, yeah. We'll give you cover about that. So it looks like the Trans Am is fixing to go get this motor put in.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Okay, we can cover these up, man. This is a nice car. Yeah, I'll do it there.
Yeah, I don't know have you ever used these jacks? Those things are the best thing in the world. You put those in there, you can move your car anywhere you want to go with one hand. They're super easy to operate. You put all 4 of them on there, it makes it even easier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, those are, we get them at Harbor Freight, and I have 3 different sets of them. They're not cheap, I think a pair is like $280. Yeah. But when you're having to move these around, it beats the heck out of having to get a forward jack and jack it up and move it, and it falls off. And it's just that quick.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you're done. So if you got you're working in a shop, you just need to get something all the way to the wall, so you got room, push all the way over.
So you have all 4, you could just...
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with them, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're kind of cool, have their own little stand there. And so this is that Pontiac we were looking at earlier. This is what it's going into. Oh. So they're kind of going about this car right. We're going to go and get the motor and everything stabbed in it. We're going to come back, take care of the trunk. The trunk had a little bit of damage to it. The floorboard has some damage to it. And that's really about it, sheet metal wise.
The shark took a bit.
Yeah. Someone was eating the
surfboard.
Trans Am. Yeah. The CUDA was eating the TA.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so they actually went through and they spent all their money in the mechanical side of it.
Oh,
so
okay.
brand new motor, 4-speed rebuilt, everything from the front to the back is brand new on the
How you
bottom
like
side.
to build your cars? From the motor first, or body, or interior?
Well, whatever's cost effective, really. No, I actually, I will normally, I'm a mechanical guy. I would
Yes.
much rather have a car that doesn't look great, but
have it
still,
running.
be mechanically sound.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather have a mechanically sound car.
Yeah, it might not look good, but when you pop that hood, everything's
Yeah,
under there.
everything works good and runs good.
yeah.
And then you can come back and make it pretty later.
Yeah.
If I had a car to build myself, the areas I'd focus my most attention in is suspension setup. I like a car that handles really good.
Okay.
If I want to go to Hallett for a track day, I want to go to Hallett for a track day.
Yeah.
If I want to go to Southeast Oklahoma and play around, I want to be able to have fun out there. And if I want something that just rides good. So
Yeah.
any modern day Camaro, Corvette, Mustang, all those kind of have the same concept.
Oh, okay.
So I really want a car that handles very, very well. And then my deal is I kind of like to keep them as original looking as possible,
Yeah.
but still yet with some added amenities to it.
Under the head, under the hiding spots,
Yeah, exactly.
under suspension.
Yeah.
New suspension under the hood, but everything else looks, I
Just
guess,
all
a
the-
sleeper or whatever.
Sleeper is what they
Yeah.
call them. You look at the my Trans Am, even my brother's truck, when it's done, it's going to look like a 63 Ford truck with 20-inch wheels on it
Yeah.
that came off the farm, but it's going to have 650 horsepower, 546
Man.
cubic inch motor in it.
Yeah.
The TA, it has, you open the hood, it looks just like a 77 Trans Am, but I have, the EFI set up on it. I have the spark control, then motor's been completely tuned up on the internally. So I like to try to keep them as original looking as possible, but still yet perform like a more modern day car.
Yeah.
A lot of people do the LS conversions. I think we're probably going to wind up going that direction before long because of parts availability. They're all over the place on the LS conversions, and they're designed. They're a foolproof car.
Are you guys gonna start doing LS swaps here? Or
we will.
Are you gonna keep sending them out?
No, we would.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do LS swaps here. What's ironic is I've never really said no to an LS swap.
Yeah.
But in 6 years of being in this June will make 6 years, I probably had 5 requests to put an LS motor in a car in 6 years. And
That's kind of the direction.
Yeah. So a lot of people, a lot of my customers, they like to keep the originality of the car, but still yet have it modernized. I'd say my business probably caters to the enthusiast as well as the collectors.
Okay.
The enthusiasts, people who get out of their cars, they drive them, they enjoy them, they have fun with them. And that's a majority of my customer base is right there. I go to most car shows and I see a handful of customers at Coffee and Cars at the Oklahoma Auto Show this weekend.
Yeah.
Where they had all the old car set up inside.
Yeah.
I counted 7 of our cars in there
Oh,
that we've
okay.
worked on in the past for people. Which that's kind of neat to go back and say, man, I worked on that car and that car and that one. And then to see the owners while they're in there. So that's kind of cool on that. And then we got the collectors, like the gentleman of the Corvette there. We kind of go through his collection. He has several cars. And like any car that's set up for a while, they get gummed up, the fuel gets nasty. We get to bring them over here.
The people that you deal with that has multiple cars, they don't bother you as much, huh? Or
It depends. It depends. Some of them
like what's going on with my car? Or are they kind of
for the most part, they like to know what's going on. I don't want to give them surprises. Like for example, on the Corvette there, whenever we pulled the tank out, the tank was pretty rusted. And instead of, even though I know the customer and just want me to go ahead and buy a new tank for it, put it in there, I let him know before I order the tank. It's like, hey, this tank is in bad shape. The carburetor's probably new, you rebuilt because they're leaking. And the thing hadn't ran in 8 years. So I don't know how long it was stored prior to that. I will say when we did fire it up, it sounded really healthy. It was a really, really good sounding car. So they really don't, and we've kind of developed I'm trying to think of the word I'm thinking of, where people actually, they don't really ask too many questions anymore. Rapport with people that once it's here, the worst thing the worst thing I hear is, I'll trust your judgment. because my judgment may not always be the best judgment compared to what someone else is wanting. So even though I do hear that and I appreciate that they trust us enough that they trust my judgment, I still bring it to their attention. Hey, this is what I'm going to do, and this is why. This is how we're looking. This is why. Communication's key. And I wish I was better at communication than I am. But when you have a two-way communication with the customer and the shop and the customer, it makes life so much better. I've had a couple people that they, cars, they get expensive fast. And I wish there was a way we could control it, but sometimes you can't. And I've had some people that it's got expensive fast, and they've clammed up and they wouldn't talk to him anymore. They just want to be angry the whole time until they pick the car and they're like, oh man, this is awesome. But then also have people that say, I understand, I've been through it. We have some first-time people who's never done an automotive restoration. Those are probably the hardest to work with because what they have to count on is what they see on TV. Like he commented earlier, in 24 hours, look what we did. That's what they base their knowledge on, and it doesn't always work that way.
Like that.
So if it's a first-time restoration, I really try to lay out all the good, bad, and ugly up front.
They shows must put pressure on your business. Like, oh man, we got it done in 1 week. Paint, body, new engine, motor, transmission, new interior.
Yeah, we got it done in 1 week, but there's 4 foot of snow in this picture and the sun shining in this picture and we're in shorts. But we did it in 1 week. So it does put some pressure on it. There's nothing about cars that go fast. And I was actually driving the other day because this is a shop full of cars that are literally, I only have 2 cars in here that are waiting, 3 cars in here that are waiting to go in lineup. Everything else is waiting on parts. So I have 3 cars in here waiting to go in lineup. Everything else we're just waiting on parts to get here. And I was thinking, man, is that just us? But then I drove by some of the largest shops in Oklahoma City, that do the later model stuff. Their parking lots are full of cars that are waiting on the same thing too. One thing that we do different, as you can see, we got this nice big building we can store them in. So unless it's been abandoned or wrecked or forgotten, pretty much everything stays inside all the time. And I think that's another thing people like about what we do as well. We make sure everything's inside, everything's undercover, everything's covered up. I'm surprised the Mustang's not covered. It should be. It probably was. We probably moved it the other day. Even when we're working inside, as you walk through the shop, you saw the part of the car we're working on is what's exposed. Everything else has a cover over it. And it's just taking those measures. I mean, I got people's investments in here. I got people's retirements in here. I have one guy, the Mustang here. He had 2 things when he retired. He wanted to buy him a really nice F-250 truck, and he wanted to have his Mustang restored, and that was his retirement goals. So I got to take care of him. It's like his family. So treat everyone like they're my own. So actually, probably better than my own, to be honest with you.
Man, look at this Mustang.
This thing's had some.
I've never seen a lot of these growing up. Everyone had them.
You're talking about newer cars pulling up in value. These are kind of starting to be
They're going up, along with the IROCs.
It's all the same era. But this has had, I think it has BC struts on it. It's had some nice suspension work done to it. But it's just a nice little original automatic car, unfortunately. The guy has this one. He had a 5-speed blue one that was really, really clean. And he sold it, and he's like, I wish I would have kept the 5-speed and sold the automatic, but he likes them both. So it's an investment car for him. He just wants something he can go play around and have fun, and then sell it.
This is pretty clean though.
It is. It's nice.
You don't normally find them that this clean.
No, you don't. Even cars of this era, of this style, as you probably noticed, and you deal a lot with the Monte Carlo SS's and the IROCs, the first-gen Camaros. Usually they were ran pretty hard. They were abused pretty heavily. I mean, my best friend had an 85 IROC, and we abused the crap out of that thing.
Doing donuts and burning
burnouts, racing. In fact, the only race, he lost 2 races in his car. One was against my Chevelle, a 70 Chevelle, and an 87 Mustang GT.
Or either they wreck them or run them into a pole or something.
most of them get wrecked because the front end is so long out here, you never see where your fender is.
Yeah.
And they get smacked. But, so 5 of these in good shape. This has had a bit of a hickey on the front fender at some point in its life, but that's minor compared to you know, some of the stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
It's actually
it's
solid
pretty
car.
clean though. It's real nice inside.
Yep.
Interiors, yeah. Look like he still got the little plastic. Unless he must have put those down there. I don't know, but that looks clean, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found out yesterday. My customer's got the 68 Charger in there.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about cars, and he just sold his 88 all white GT.
Oh man.
He sold it for like $8,500.
Dang.
And I'm like, if I don't know, why didn't you? I wish I'd have known he had it, and I probably would have been interested in that car.
Yeah.
He sold it to a guy that wanted for Halloween to do a vanilla ice. He wanted to dress up like vanilla ice.
Yeah.
That's why I bought it. You know, for the ice baby.
Yeah.
Rolling in the 5.0.
Yeah,
I'll show him my age, I know.
Would you daily drive this?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a car, how unique that 67 Corvette is, I would still drive it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm not a collector. That's why I'm an enthusiast.
Yeah.
If I collected, then it would just drive me nuts because I really enjoy driving.
Yeah.
Granted, there's risk to be taken with that. I get it.
Yeah.
But I really love driving.
I mean, that's what they made for. You gotta drive them.
To me, the experience is in the drive. And even with, you know, I keep going back to my car because that's what I drive the most. My daughter's little Audi Q5 will run circles around that. Heck, that thing will probably run circles around my Trans Am when it's done.
Yeah.
But it's still my TA, and it's still anyone who sees it, they think about Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
You know, they know what it is.
That's how I seen your car before I seen you at Cars and Coffee.
Oh yeah.
Seen it because I ain't seen one with the red trim around the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it painted then or not painted? Did they have it painted then?
No, I'm talking about Saturday.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
When I seen you out there. That's where I was walking. I seen your car. It's like, hey, what's going on, Curtis? Your car caught my attention.
But yeah, they're cool. I love to drive them. The problem is I drive them too much. So I think I put just this year. It'd have been about this time last year. I got the motor in it because I think actually it was around February, March that we went for a drive in it after I got the motor in it, and I probably put 6,000 miles on it since then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I should have more, but most driving I do is in town and locally. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I probably put maybe 4,000 miles on my 2010 Ford. So, you know, I just live 2 miles away from here, so it's not like I have a long commute. So, and most everything I do is on this end of town.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. I get a kick out of them all.
Yeah.
So, but I like to say I get to live vicariously through my customers now.
Yeah.
So I would love to have one of each one of these cars, but yeah, I can't own them all, but I can enjoy them all.
Yeah.
So
that's what it's about. That's the fun part.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff's starting to get my attention.
These trucks.
Just all original, old, nice, classic trucks.
Oh yeah.
The hard part on stuff like this is it needs a front end kit that's all original, and I have to be able to, you know, find. Oh, well, I'll get it later. I'm gonna be my son's front later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come back to work.
Yeah.
Leave work and come back.
I gotta go to guitar lessons here in about.
Oh, that's where you're going?
Yeah.
You said 4. It's almost time.
It is, yeah. So I gotta go to guitar lessons here, and then I'll go pick my son up, and then we'll come back out. And I'll let him do the welding. He loves welding.
Oh, okay.
And, that's what he does. Mag Mechanics is welding. We can go back to the front over here.
That's good.
Just not near as loud.
You gonna have him? He gonna work with you as he get older?
He probably will.
He probably.
He's actually trying to find something to do this summer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can actually fit him in.
Help
we
him
have
out.
young William in there.
Yeah.
Who's young tech, and we have both him and his dad working here.
Yeah.
And William has turned out to be a phenomenal tech. He's learning.
What about your other son?
His son. When I asked him what kind of car do you want, he said, whatever's dependable, Dad. I can get him a Ford Tempo and he wouldn't care.
Yeah, so he's not really a car.
No, he's not much into cars. He wants a C3 Corvette. He wants a Corvette Stingray.
Oh,
But he's like, whatever's dependable, that's all I want. So
okay.
my other son, he's like, I want speed and I want turbos and I want everything else.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff, man. So yeah, just
That's it, man. That's the whole little tour, man. I'm about to, I guess, kick back right here and
just kick back
in my
in your
office,
office
man.
and call it a
Matter of fact,
day,
I'm gonna
man.
come sit over here. I actually like
There you
this
go.
be better, you know. Kick back in the office. We're gonna kick back in the office, watch some. We got, you know,
watch some Hulu or Army One.
we watch some YouTube. We're gonna watch Lucky Wills and Deals.
There you go. Hey, you might even find Lucky on there if you keep an eye.
Oh, it's not set up now. Already set it up. Yeah. Got on Lucky Wills and Deals on our lunch break.
There you go.
There you go. The latest.
There you go, man.
Well, yeah, guys, man, we're gonna. I'm gonna kick back for the rest of the day. He's gonna go over.
I gotta go to work, guys.
He gotta go to work.
Lucky, you know what you need to do?
Huh?
We'll take it from there, and
Yeah.
I'll take my desk back with me.
He's getting back to work. I'm about to watch Lucky Wills and Deals on the big screen, y'all. I'm gonna finish kicking back, enjoying the rest of my time coming out here. I drove all the way out here, so I might as well just chill and kick back, man. So, yeah, guys, y'all see it, man. We watching Lucky Wills and Deals on the big screen, big baby. We're in the office. This is my office just because this is the kickback break room, so I get to chill and relax. This guy Lucky Wills, he's crazy, but anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next one. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to the whole E gang, shout out to the whole Lucky gang, and shout out to the whole Lucky Nation. But just like that, this video is over. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Lucky Wills and Deals, and I'm out.
Turn the car in circles until the time's done. Out the window like, cuss, on the hood of the scraper. Like